Imagine a warrior so fierce that he conquered almost all of India. A king is so powerful that he built one of the greatest empires in history. But what if I told you that this same warrior, after witnessing the horrors of war, renounced violence and embraced peace? This is the story of Ashoka the Great, the Mauryan emperor who changed the course of history. The rise of Ashoka. Born in 304 BCE, Ashoka was the son of Emperor Bindusara and the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya, the founder of the Mauryan Empire. Unlike his brothers, Ashoka was not the heir to the throne, but his intelligence and military skills set him apart. Legend has it that Ashoka was sent to suppress a rebellion in Takshashila, a province in the northwest. With strategic brilliance, he quelled the unrest without unnecessary bloodshed. His success made him a favorite among his father's advisors, but also a threat to his rivals. When Emperor Bindusara died, a brutal succession struggle followed. Ashoka, backed by powerful ministers, ultimately seized the throne, eliminating his rivals. Some accounts suggest he killed his own brothers to secure his rule. But was he truly a ruthless tyrant, or was he simply a king fighting for survival? Ashoka's early rule was marked by significant military campaigns, administrative reforms, and infrastructural development. He focused on consolidating power, expanding trade routes, and fortifying cities. His capital, Pataliputra, became a hub of culture and governance, displaying the empire's wealth and efficiency. Ashoka was also a patron of arts and learning. He encouraged the growth of universities, promoted Sanskrit and Prakrit literature, and invited scholars from across the empire to his court. His reign saw advances in science, architecture, and governance, laying the foundation for one of the most sophisticated civilizations of the ancient world, the conquest of Kalinga, a turning point. Ashoka's greatest and bloodiest campaign was the conquest of Kalinga. This small but prosperous kingdom lay on the eastern coast of India. Unlike other regions, Kalinga fiercely resisted Mauryan rule. The battle was devastating. Over 100,000 soldiers and civilians perished. The Daya River is said to have turned red with blood. As Ashoka walked through the battlefield, the sight of lifeless bodies, grieving families, and burnt villages haunted him. This moment changed him forever. The once ruthless conqueror was now filled with remorse. He realized that true victory was not in conquest, but in peace. Historical records suggest that after Kalinga, Ashoka vowed never to wage war again. Instead, he focused on governance through dharma, a policy rooted in ethical and moral values. He began to promote nonviolence, tolerance, and welfare programs to uplift his people. Ashoka's post-Kalinga policies included abolishing unnecessary punishments, ensuring fair trials, and establishing legal structures based on compassion rather than severity. He enacted new laws to protect women, children, and servants, marking a revolutionary change in governance. The transformation, embracing Buddhism. Determined to change, Ashoka turned to Buddhism. He sought guidance from Buddhist monks and adopted the principles of nonviolence, compassion, and dharma, righteousness. He issued the famous edicts of Ashoka, stone and pillar inscriptions spread across the empire, promoting morality, kindness, and religious tolerance. His governance transformed from military expansion to welfare. He built hospitals, roads, and rest houses for travelers. Even animals were given special protection under his rule. He introduced policies that protected forests, wildlife, and resources, making him an early advocate of environmental conservation. Welfare programs ensured medical care for both humans and animals, reflecting his commitment to compassion-driven rule. Ashoka took personal pilgrimages to important Buddhist sites, including Lumbini, the birthplace of the Buddha, and Bodh Gaya, where the Buddha attained enlightenment. He funded Buddhist stupas and viharas, spreading Buddhist culture throughout his vast empire, spreading Buddhism across the world. Ashoka didn't just embrace Buddhism, he spread it across Asia. He sent missionaries to Sri Lanka, Southeast Asia, and even the Greek world. His own son, Mahinda, and daughter, Sanghamita, traveled to Sri Lanka, where Buddhism flourished. His vision went beyond religion. It was about uniting people through shared values of peace and compassion. He called himself Devanam Preya, beloved of the gods, and ruled not with an iron fist, but with a moral compass. Ashoka also engaged in diplomatic relations with Greek and Middle Eastern rulers, fostering a global exchange of ideas. His efforts laid the foundation for Buddhism's spread to China, Japan, and beyond, influencing generations of thinkers and leaders. Greek sources mention Ashoka's correspondence with Hellenistic rulers, such as Antiochus II of the Seleucid Empire. He also sent envoys to Egypt, Syria, and Macedonia, proving that his influence reached far beyond India. Ashoka's legacy. Ashoka ruled for over 4 decades. His later years were spent ensuring that his empire thrived on ethics rather than force. When he passed away in 232 BCE, his empire eventually declined, but his legacy endured. Today, the Ashoka chakra, symbolizing truth and righteousness, is at the center of India's national flag. His lion capital is the official emblem of India. His vision of Dharma continues to inspire leaders and movements around the world. Even centuries later, Ashoka remains a symbol of transformation, from a feared conqueror to a revered peacemaker. His story proves that even the most powerful rulers can change, choosing wisdom and compassion over ambition. Lessons from Ashoka. Ashoka the Great started as a warrior, but ended as a messenger of peace. His transformation teaches us that power isn't just about conquest. It's about how we use it to make the world better. So, what do you think? Can a single moment change a person's entire life? Can peace be a greater strength than war? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating historical stories.